Alright, so what's going on, all you Sexi Messi Flexi Pexi motherfuckers? It's your boy T-Dub, and I have no idea how long this video is gonna be, but I want to talk about the problems with Xenoverse 2's DLC, and why it's kind of been shit. Uh, Pretty much both of the packs, plus from what pack 3 is looking like, the DLC is looking really it's looking like Xenoverse 1's all over again. It's like you get so hyped because these new characters are coming. You get to play with the new characters and they're all good. And then a week later, it's like no one's playing with them online. Their moves aren't being used as much, and there's a reason for all of this. And that's pretty much why I want to discuss in this video. Like, I just want to talk about the problems with Xenoverse's DLC. And I saw this guy named Perfection or whatever. He follows me on Twitter. And I saw his latest video. And I agreed and disagreed with certain points that he made. And it kind of inspired me to make this video. Because I kind of agree with him on the fact that Dimps has really been half-assing their DLC. And while I get it from a business point of view, in this video I'm going to be coming from a strictly consumer point of view. And I'm going to be talking about how it pretty much sucks for people like me and you, the way that they're actually doing things, And anyway, so let's just get into my thoughts. Now, why do I say this? Well, yes, Dimps are giving us the Dragon Ball Super characters that we want, right? We are receiving those, right? Because, and I totally get why they're doing Dragon Ball Super strictly right now, because Dragon Ball Super is the hottest thing. But at the same time, I feel like if they took a bit more time, like, just not necessarily pack the DLCs, but yeah, pack them. Just make them more worthwhile. Like, I really do not feel like 4 DLC packs of Dragon Ball Super stuff is warranted. Like, I really feel like only 2 packs were needed for this DLC. Like, if we had to wait until January or February to get DLC Pack 1, and DLC Pack 1 came with Kabe Frost, Champa Vados, the new stage, all those improvements they made, plus the story, right? That would easily be worth $10. But DLC Pack 1 as it is, just with Frost and Kabe, and then, you got the free DLC with Goku and Hit, and then you got those half-ass quests and stuff. It's like, it doesn't matter. The clothing it's kind of lame, because it's like the character creation is so limited in so many ways still. To this day, it's still so limited in so many ways that, I can't even, like, unless I install mods on the PC version, I can't even use them to the fullest extent of my ability. Like, I can't use them creatively how I want to. I can't change their clothing. My created character doesn't always look how I want them to look, because certain hairstyles are just not in the game. And I can't change the hairstyle whenever I want. And there's so many problems with that could be a whole separate video on its own. But it's like, I get where a lot of people are coming from when they say, like, with this new DLC, right? We have Bojack, and they don't think Bojack is going to be able to transform. And people are saying, oh, that's stupid. And some people are saying, well, just be grateful that he's in the game. Well, I've been saying this since I started criticizing Xenoverse 2. No, that's not how things work. Like, yes, okay, you gave us Bojack, but you gave us a half-assed version of Bojack. Not only can he not transform, we don't know if his transformed state is even going to be in the game. Which, it should not be a separate character. These transformations should not be separate characters. I do not care what you say. Like, there's no reason for all of the Frieza forms and all of the Cell forms to be separate transformations. There should be transformations on top of Cell and Frieza. And they've, like, Dimps has always done this in the past. And people will say, oh, well, it's problematic because you can't de-transform. No one ever complained about that in the past. No one. No one. Just do it. Do it the way Spike did it. Have it so that you can select whatever form you want, but you can still transform up a level. So if I want to go into the battle as second form Frieza, but sometime in that battle I want to go up to third form and then the final form, I should be able to do that. You know, I feel like Dims is promoting this whole, you know, I'm getting off track. Back to the DLC. Like, when the DLC is half-ass done, and it's a poorly done job, and the characters are so unbalanced that, you know, the tier of characters are so, like, disproportionate, it just doesn't matter at that point. Like, I feel like the no levels mode should legit equal everybody out in everything except, like, speed and power. Like, I feel like those should be the only differences. Everybody should have the exact same health, everybody should have the exact same ki, and everybody should have the exact same stamina. It's like, okay, yeah, you know, you're not pleasing the what's that called, the casual crowd, the simulator crowd, but like the simulator crowd can still find fun in competitiveness, you know, and you don't even have to do that for the entire game. Just do it in no level mode. Like, make a no level mode the ultimate competitive mode. Like, set everybody at equal levels, equal health, equal ki, and equal stamina. And the only thing that you have to have different about these characters are their movesets, their attack, and their speed. That's it. That's all you need different about them. You know, like, this has become more from a DLC rant into just the problems with Xenoverse in general. It's just, I don't know. There are so many problems with this game that I don't have my thoughts together. And it's just, like, it really disappoints me because these fixes can be fixed. Like, they can easily be fixed in a patch. But it's just that they will not listen to us. Like, they just simply will not listen. Because it's like, they listen, but they only listen to certain things we say. Like, how many times have we gone in Bandai Namco live streams about Xenoverse and asked, where are the customizable auras? Can I customize all the colors of the clothing? Will there be fighting styles? Will there be more hairstyles? Is there a choice system in the story? Are you going to implement some kind of competitive mode? You can please both crowds. You can. Because with Xenoverse's formula, it, like, in terms of gameplay wise, it's already there. Like, it can be somewhat competitive. You know what I'm saying? Just like people can make Storm somewhat competitive, you can make the Xenoverse formula somewhat competitive. People are already doing it. They need that extra push from the developers. They need a mode from the developers that makes the roster more balanced. Because the roster in Xenoverse 2 is even more unbalanced than Xenoverse 1. It's like, so what do you have? Let's break down Xenoverse, right? You have a recycled story that's basically the same exact story we've been getting for years with minor tweaks. You know, minor tweaks that don't affect the overall story in the long run. You have a very poor character customization system. It's like the amount of attacks and clothes we can choose from is great. The QQ Bang system is a great idea, but it's like QQ Bangs are like random. There's no crafting system to them. Like, who decided that? Why would you not make a crafting system? If I put a 4-star shirt, a 4-star pants, and a 4-star capsule, why can I end up getting like a 1-star QQ Bang? That makes no sense whatsoever. Like, why would you not implement some kind of crafting system? They finally got the customizable BMGs in there, which is cool. That's cool. I like that feature. You know what I'm saying? I like that. The hub world is good. But the story, like I said, it's rehashed. There's no choice system. The created character system is poor. The combat is great, but it's like they pleased both crowds while pleasing the casual crowd entirely. It's like you make the gameplay more competitive. You implement all these things like the stamina break, the step vanishes. You have all that, but you have no competitive mode. You have the no level mode, but that doesn't help all that much. Like, it really doesn't. It doesn't equal everyone's stats. It doesn't put everybody on the same playing field. I cannot go into a Xenoverse match and select no level mode and beat Gogeta with Yamcha. It's just not going to happen unless my opponent sucks. If we're on equal skill level, I'm going to lose. And that sucks. That's not how it should be. When I heard the no level mode, I was thinking they were going to even out everybody's stats. And everybody was going to be on an even playing field and it was going to be more competitive. But that's not what ended up happening. That's all they did was cap you at level 50. That's lazy. They still, I haven't played in so long. Have they gotten rid of the timer for regular battles? I don't think so. I think the timer for regular battles you can't change unless it's like an endless. I think it's still 3 minutes. You still cannot change the difficulty of the AI unless you're in practice mode. You know, which I think is lazy. There still are not any new game modes. Like, you have the milk delivery and the Yamcha rock looking thing and finding the rocks and stuff, and that's cool. You know, you have the little rift events, but no one likes, like, the raids are not raids. They're poorly done. Like, I don't feel like Dim spent enough time learning MMOs, like looking at previous MMOs and how they do things and implementing that stuff into Xenoverse. I don't feel like they did that. And then you come with the DLC and it's like you're not listening to what fans want. You're just splitting up the DLC into a whole bunch of packs when they could all be like the Dragon Ball Super stuff could have been done in 2 packs. The Universe 6 pack and the Goku Black pack. Because 2 characters are not worth $10. Especially when you only get like 2 or 3 boring parallel quests. You know, some useless moves and some bland clothing that I can't color. You know, and it's just like this stuff, like it didn't bother me in Xenoverse 1 as much because that was the first game. But when it got to Xenoverse 2, you know, it just over time, at first it didn't bother me. Before the game came out, it didn't bother me. When the game first came out, it didn't bother me. Over time, it started to bother me, and it's like I have not touched Xenoverse in a long time. Like, I finished the DLC 2 story, and that was it. I didn't go online. I didn't do anything. I have no desire to play the game. And it's not because the gameplay is bad. I have nothing to do in the game. I have nothing to do in the game. There's no balance mode that puts the characters at equal level. I keep saying that because Xenoverse needs that. It's like if you want to be a fighting game, you can please both crowds. You can. You can. Dimps, you've done it every single time before with the Budokai games. The Budokai games can be advanced or they can be extremely casual. Xenoverse is both advanced and extremely casual. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of advanced mechanics and things that you can learn in the Xenoverse formula that no one takes the time to learn because your game is so unbalanced. People online do not use the new DLC characters, not because they are bad characters, but because their stats suck. They suck. Their stats suck, their moveset doesn't make up for it, so no one uses them. No one uses them. And there's no mode. Like, the no level mode doesn't help. There's no mode that you can go in where it equals everyone's stats in terms of health, ki, and stamina. There's no mode for that. And it just, like, that's why the game is boring. It's like, while I personally think the game needs more game modes, if you tweak the no level mode to make it extremely competitive, I would come back to Xenoverse. I would. Because then I would be able to use anyone on the roster and have a good time. Like, I main Adult Gohan. Why? Because not only is Adult Gohan fun, but his stats are good. You know, he's like a low top tier. He's a top tier character, but he's in a lower top tier. But still, he's still a top tier character. I cannot use Tien. I love Tien's fighting style, but I can't use him because his stats are so garbage. I can't use him online. I'll get destroyed. And there's no mode to allow me to use him. And it's like, oh, you just gotta get better at the game. If I go against someone of equal skill level and they have Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and I have Tien, I'm going to lose. And there's no mode where we can equal out our stats and both of us be on an equal playing field. For the created character system, there's no custom story. There's no custom choices. There's no aura customization. There's no fighting style customization. You have to go through the story again and again to make new characters. Still, we outraged about that as soon as we found that out. How long ago was that? How long ago was that? How long has it been since October? 6 months? 6 going on 7 months? That's ridiculous. It still has not been changed. They don't listen. And that's the problem with Xenoverse. They do not listen. No, they do listen. They listen to the Japanese fans. But the Japanese fans are not giving them any criticism. Because obviously nothing is getting done. Nothing is getting done. In America and in Europe, we're giving them the criticism, but they don't want to listen to us. And honestly, like, if it doesn't change, like, if it does not change sometime soon, you know, like, people are gonna drop Dragon Ball games again. Like, legit, I understand that the Xenoverse series is selling fantastically, but you're gonna lose. What's gonna end up happening is they're gonna keep selling great, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna lose that hardcore market, and you're gonna be stuck with the casuals. And you don't want to be stuck with the casuals. I'm telling you, you do not want to be stuck with the casuals, because if you're stuck with the casuals will flip on you like that. Us hardcore Dragon Ball fans, we endured the pain after Tenkaichi 3. Or, no, after Raging Blast 2, I should say. That was Ultimate Tenkaichi. DBZ Connect. Even though I think Battle of Z was pretty good. Battle of Z. And then we get to Xenoverse and we're getting hope. And we build this hope, and Xenoverse 1 kind of disappoints, but we're building hope for the second one, and we're building and building and building, and it finally gets here, and all our hope just comes crashing down, and it's not getting fixed anytime soon. Like, the BMG stuff is cool, but who is asking for that? Who was asking for that? Who asked more for BMGs than they did for auras, or for color customization in the clothing, or for fighting styles, or for new game modes, or for an original story? Who asked for that? Nobody. There's a small minority of people that really, really wanted that. But I guarantee if you ask them, what would you rather have? Customizable clothing or the ability to change the background music? They would choose customizable clothing. I guarantee it. Because there's no reason for that not to be there. There's no reason for all the characters in the roster not to transform. There's no reason that we're still missing forms such as second form Cell, third form Frieza. And people are like, oh, you wouldn't play as those characters anyways. I can't. I can't. I will play with them offline because I play with anyone I want to offline. But online, I can't because the game is so unbalanced. But they should still be there. They should be there. Their moves should be there. Buon, Boo Tanks, Baby. He's the only GT villain missing. How hard is it? How hard is it? You have this grade 8 form. How hard is it to make Baby and just put him in the game? It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. This is a 20-minute video. And this should not be a 20-minute video. But it's just me rambling about what I truly feel about Xenoverse 2. So if I had to wrap it up, Xenoverse 2 is just a disappointment. It's just a disappointment. It disappointed me on so many levels. Everything they added in, besides the additions to the combat and the hub world, are so either trivial or half-assed. The transformation system, like I was so hyped for transformations for each race, and they suck. The Nimbus transformation. You change your fighting style. That's cool and all, but you get knocked off of it fairly quickly, and you cannot use any of your supers or ultimates. What's the point in that form? The Giant Namekian transformation. At first, it was just entirely OP. Like, you can increase their range, but why do you have to increase their speed to the point where they're faster than your own small character? So instead of decreasing their speed, they just debuff their attacks to where they pretty much do nothing. The Majin race, you don't even get to keep any of your closer moves. It just transforms you into Kid Buu. Like, it's like everything they tried to deliver, they deliver so poorly that it doesn't even matter. Quality over quantity, people. Like, quality over quantity. If you're gonna add something in, do it correctly. Do it correctly. Otherwise, there's no point in having it because no one's gonna like it. No one's gonna like it. No one likes... There's so many changes to Xenoverse 2 from Xenoverse 1 that legit no one likes because they are not done correctly. There are a lot of changes and a lot of them are done wrong. Or just half-assed. Like, they're halfway there and then they just stop. And they never bother to fix them in a patch or anything. They just don't listen. They don't listen. They don't listen to the polls. They don't... I don't know. I don't know who they listen to. Do they listen to the bigger YouTubers? If so, what the hell are you guys putting in as feedback? Like, are you honestly giving feedback? Because whenever I see a lot of the bigger YouTubers on Twitter, that's all they're doing is saying Xenoverse is 10 out of 10 and it's the perfect Dragon Ball game and they couldn't ask for more. It's like, fuck no. There's so much you can ask for. And if you listen to what we're telling you, we're telling you what to put in. And the only thing you want to say is, oh, that's not that important. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you add in something as small as the ability to color customize any piece of clothing, that's a small change, but it's a huge change. Because then, not only do you take the stats away, but then people can wear whatever clothing they want, and they can make it whatever color they want. So you can have like 10 different people with the same clothing, but different clothing. With different stats. Because of QQ Bang. You know, if you make the QQ Bang formulaic, you know, put a formula to it, a recipe book of sorts, people know how to use it. They start using QQ Bangs more. They start making more creative QQ Bangs. And it becomes a better system. You know, but no one thinks of this stuff. That's all they want to do is sit up there and, oh, we have this system now, this to please the people, right? But it's like you listen to what system we wanted, but not the way we wanted it done. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Like that's the main problem with Xenoverse 2. It's half-assed. It's a half-assed sequel. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. It's just a half-assed sequel. That's it. That's the problem. It's a half-assed sequel. And as much hype as I was building for this game, it just truly disappoints me that I have to say that. And maybe with future updates and patches, we can get this stuff. But I doubt it. They haven't listened this far. It's been 2 years since the original Xenoverse released. And we've been asking for the same shit for 2 years. And they still have not given it to us. And it doesn't take that long. Modders done it. Modders have done it. It does not take that long. It saddens me, bruh. Like, it just, I don't know.